put out, let's put a shout out right now. NobleGoldInvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. Did you ever think about it? I just saw Colin Plume on a television commercial this afternoon. I did. I saw him on television on a Noble Gold television commercial on Fox News. I said, Heidi, check this out. There he is, Colin Plume, my good buddy. And now he's on Fox News doing commercials for his company, Noble Gold. And this is a young guy. He's got a wife and several kids. I think he's got 4. And he loves our ministry. Thank God for him. Well, anyway, let me just put a shout out for him right now, because Noble Gold Investment is a great company. They're a family-owned company, and they are good Christians, and they love our ministry here at PaulBegleyProphecy.com. Well, did you know that Noble Gold's team of precious metals experts have helped thousands of worried investors like yourself, maybe, to build and preserve wealth through times like these? You see, you need to find out why gold and silver IRAs are the answer to Joe Biden's inflation, migration, taxation, misrepresentation, irritation, frustration. This financial situation. You really do need to find out about this. Talk to the personnel that are at NobleGoldInvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com about precious metals today. Oh, and this month they're giving away this free gift. If you set up a gold or silver IRA worth $20,000 or more, like, for instance, roll your 401k in there, or maybe put your savings account in there, or some of it, diversify, they'll give you this 3 ounces of pure silver coin. It's 3 ounces. It's got Thomas Jefferson on the front. It's called the Silver American Virtue Coin. What a beautiful coin. They'll give it to you for free. Just simply pick up the phone tomorrow morning and call Colin Plume at 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347, and tell them that Pastor Paul Begley sent you there.
Police seek Rambo-style knife in probe of Idaho student murders. Police investigating the brutal slaughter of 4 University of Idaho students appear to be searching for a, quote, Rambo-style knife in the slayings, according to a local store owner. Moscow Building Supply General Manager Scott Jute told the Idaho Statesman that a police officer had stopped by the retailer more than once this week to inquire about the possible sale of a K-Bar brand combat blade. He said the tactical knives used by the United States Marines in the 1940s are, quote, similar to the knife Rambo has, Jute added, referring to the Vietnam vet character that was famously played in the movie by Sylvester Stallone. News about the knife comes after Moscow Police Chief James Fry provided an update about the shocking crime, saying a murder weapon has still yet to be found. House Republicans vow to investigate Biden and his family's business dealings. After clinching the majority in the House of Representatives in the midterm elections, top Republicans on Thursday outlined a broad range of investigative targets focused on President Joe Biden and his family's business dealings. Quote, in the 118th Congress, this committee will evaluate the status of Joe Biden's relationship with his family's foreign partners and whether he is a president who is compromised or swayed by foreign dollars and influence, said Representative James Comer of Kentucky, the top Republican on the House Oversight Committee. Quote, I want to be clear, this is an investigation of Joe Biden, and that's where the committee will focus in this next Congress. In a wide-ranging news conference flanked by GOP Representative Jim Jordan, who is expected to become the chair of the House Judiciary Committee, and other Republicans on the Oversight Committee, Comer said Republicans have made connections between the president's son, Hunter Biden, and the president, and they believe that those connections require further investigations. Comer said his team has spoken with multiple whistleblowers who they say they were involved in schemes involving the Biden family, reviewed Hunter Biden's laptop, and received, quote, previously unknown transactions. Comer is specifically zeroing in on more than 100 bank activity reports known as suspicious activity reports that are allegedly related to the Biden family, and says that the Treasury Department has ignored his repeated request when Republicans were in the minority to hand them over. Cosmic hourglass captured by James Webb Space Telescope reveals the birth of a star. The cosmic chaos caused by a very young star has been captured in the latest enchanting image from NASA's James Webb Space Telescope. The protostar the image centers around is hidden from view in the neck of a dark, hourglass-shaped cloud of gas and dust. The dark line across the middle of the neck is a protoplanetary disk, a dense gas and dust that could form a planet in the future, about the size of our solar system. Light from the protostar spreads above and below the disk, according to a news release. It has a long way to go until it becomes a full-fledged star. L1527, as the protostar and its cloud are known, is only about 100,000 years old, a relatively young celestial body compared with our sun, which is about 4.6 billion years old. 2 Russians, 1 Ukrainian get life sentences for downing 2014 Malaysia Airlines flight that killed 298 aboard. A Dutch court on Thursday sentenced 3 men to life in prison for the murder of 298 people that were killed after a missile downed a Malaysian Airlines flight over eastern Ukraine back in 2014. The court also found that a Russian missile was responsible for the strike. Quote, the court is of the opinion that MH17 was brought down by the firing of a Buk missile from a farm field near Pervomesk, killing all 283 passengers and 15 crew members, presiding Judge Hendrik Steinhuis said, according to Reuters. 4 suspects were involved in the case, though only 3, 2 Russians and 1 pro-Russian Ukrainian, were sentenced for the crime on Thursday. The other suspect was acquitted due to lack of evidence. The 3 men who were not present for the ruling can appeal the court's decision. UK Finance Minister announces tax hikes and spending cuts, says country is in a recession. The UK government on Thursday unveiled a sweeping fiscal plan aimed at plunging a gaping hole in the public finances and restoring Britain's economic credibility. Finance Minister Jeremy Hunt, in his hotly anticipated inaugural autumn statement, outlined spending cuts and tax hikes worth $55 billion. The measures will increase financial hardship on millions of Britons as they confront the country's worst cost of living crisis in decades and its longest ever recession.